Okay, hi, hello. I'm Tostky, and we're back. We're gonna continue reading Homestuck. I got a nice large cup of tea. It's no longer hot, which is fine because it's still warm. Ooh. But yeah, so let's continue. Let us carry on because that's what you're supposed to do, right? Whatever. You are Jane Crocker again. Again. And once again, you've woken up on the moon of Prospect without any recollection of how you fell asleep. You think you were going outside to get the mail. You can't remember. Oof. The moon is presently eclipsing Skya. From your fanciful dream room atop your golden tower, you have seen many remarkable things in the clouds. Things which you cannot explain. But against all better judgment, you have a feeling that what you are fondly regarding could very well be some sort of miracle. Ooh. The miracle of a new beginning. And a new end. Rip Jane. Wait, does that mean she's double dead now, though? Because she got blown up and stabbed. Another coffin clogger bites the dust. 2 down, 2 to go. Be Jack Noir. Jane is too dead at the moment to be Jack Noir. Jack Noir just beats himself. Got watch. Get this shit out of the way. You're a busy bureaucrat. The clock is ticking and time is dead, kids. Check time. The moment rapidly approaches. You're gonna show these alabaster sons of bitches how a Cold War is done. You can't wait to read it in their papers. The maid is dead. Our life is pathetic. Blah, blah, blah. Or some such monotone drivel overheard during one of their pointless weepy cadaver parades. There'll be no mistaking it this time. No servant will discover the body and inform the queen that Prospect's remaining hero passed in her sleep, peacefully and mysteriously. When the clock strikes 12, no one in this wretched kingdom will have any doubt who's calling the shots here. And oh wow, he's got, I guess, a minute, but you never know the time scale on these watches. Hey, he's got a kill list. Wow, so both of the Prospect Dreamers are dead. You touch base with your administration's top powder monkey. None other than Dursite Bumbler Extraordinaire, the Courtyard Droll. You ask if he's done rigging the tower to blow. He says you bet. You say, over. But he mutters something over the radio you don't quite catch. You ask what it is. He says, oh, nothing, boss. You say, out with it. He asks, isn't this cheating, assassinating the heroes like this before the war's even really begun? You say, what do you care? Just follow your orders. He says, oh, of course, no question. He just thought it was against the rules or something. You say it's all fair game now that the kingdom's under new management. The new boss ain't opposed to taking some shrewd tactical shortcuts. You like the cut of her jib. He says he supposes he can't complain. Her policy towards elaborate hats seems to be as lenient as the old queen's. You say, will you shut up about the hats? He says it's probably because she wears the most grand and luxurious fluffy hat he's ever seen. You say you don't think that's a hat. You think it's something called hair. He says, oh. You say, now quit all the yapping and following your damn orders. Sure. He says, okay, but it still just feels wrong. You say, what does? He says, he doesn't know. Just something about feeding that poor sleeping boy all those deadly peanuts just felt wrong. You say you don't care if it felt like a fucking full body massage. Just get those bombs ready to blow over and out. Wait, fed him what? He says the intelligence report he had said the kid wouldn't take well to peanuts. So he snuck in there with a whole bag of them, you know, the kind from the circuses. He says he ate most of them because they were delicious. And as far as he knows, aren't poisonous to most everybody else. But he did save a few to get the job done, because he's a professional who always carries out his orders. Severely allergic. Deadly penis. It's not easy feeding a sleeping boy some penis, he says. He says he had to work extra hard to put them in his mouth, then use his hands to make his mouth chew up the nuts. But mission accomplished nonetheless, he tells you. You should be pleased to know those nuts were super deadly. Though to be fair, he doesn't know if he died from the poison or just choked on a bunch of barely chewed penis bits. You know, what else is super bad or super deadly? You say knives. Sharp, deadly knives you stick in people's soft torsos to make them bleed until they die. He doesn't have anything to say to that. Wrap this up. You say forget it. What's done is done. The Prospidian heroes are dead, and that's all that matters. But just be ready to detonate at the appropriate time. He says, Roger that, but wonders if there are any more orders after that. He asks, what about the other two, the ones on our moons? And most importantly, is there any particular snack that is poisonous to them? You say forget those two. They're much trickier to deal with. You've got the dignitary working on it now. You'll get a report from him soon when you return. You wouldn't have even bothered leaving in the first place, but you wanted to make the trip personally and stick it to all these self-righteous skya-bathing goody two-shoes yourself. Hang on, something's happening here. You gotta go. Jack, inspect torso. This can't be good. You better hit the road and blow this joint before the dead broad does some sort of lifey thing. Hit the road, Jack. Blow the joint. Oh, shit. Oh, the ball's gonna drop. Is it gonna hit 12? Is it gonna hit 12? Is it gonna hit 12? Motherfucker. Ball. Drop. Hashtag puberty. Hold on a minute. There was a little guy there. Wait, hold up. There's a little guy there too. Who's the little guy? Okay, so yeah, that's the intro to Act 6, Act 2. Oh, she isn't dead. Good for her. Jane, wake up. What the heck just happened? Now you remember, the mailbox was booby-trapped, but you survived somehow and got knocked out. How did you get all the way over here? Dad seems just as dumbfounded as you are, and more than a little distraught. Did little Seb whisk you away in the nick of time? Can that little bunny really move that fast? Where is he? Oh shit, it's a fucking another kitty. You suppose you should let Dad know you're okay, but it's been so long since you've enjoyed such a massive prankster's gambit in an exchange with the old man. It's hard not to bask in it, if only for a few seconds. Jane, turn around. Oh, it's the God Cat again. You guess that explains it. Just look at that aloof little bastard. He doesn't give a shit about anything, does he? You guess you should feel grateful towards him for saving your life, but you know he's just as likely to rescue you from an explosion as he is to randomly teleport you across town, forcing you to call your dad and ask for a ride home, while you spend all day standing in some random field in the pouring rain while you wait hours for your dad to come and pick you up after he gets lost because he plugged the wrong place into Google Maps. Call Godcat down from tree. Even if you were inclined to do that, he wouldn't respond to that name. You're pretty sure he doesn't have a name. You and your friends just call him Godcat for the lack of anything else to call him. Everybody has opinions, but nobody can agree on a good name. You think he probably doesn't want a nickname. He's just a feisty stray who likes to meddle with your life then vanish for weeks at a time. Uh-oh, looks like the jig is up. Yet again. Is the jig ever anywhere but up? That's what you want to know. You feel bad about leaving him in suspense for even a moment. Oh, shit. And yes, your gambit gets totally rocked by a guilty conscience. He tells you to get inside this instant. Return to room. You get inside this instant and march back up to your room. Dad didn't say as much, but it's a safe bet. It's a safe bet you are now perma-grounded for life. You hear a loud thump just outside your door. It's the motherfucking bathtub. God damn it. Contact BFFC. As long as you just got done paying the piper, you might as well get busy eating all this goddamn crow. So much of the stuff has gathered on your plate. She appears to be online now. It looks like she sent you the hacked file while you were away. Perfect. Hey, Rolal. Oops, sorry, was having important chats. Oh, with whom? With yet another ineligible fucking bachelor who I'll have to talk to. Who elf I have to talk to? Okay. Yeah. Which one precisely? Diestra. Oh, I see. Insufferable prick mother effer extraordinaire. Lol, wow, extra dinner. Yum. If the chats and surplus dinners were truly important, I wouldn't want to interrupt. Of course, not just the usual BS. Chats with you always get precedence anyway. Unless this is more of you giving me shit about not believing me on all my sick true facts. Actually, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. I see. Go on. You see, I was just the target of another assassination attempt. Fuck. Two, in fact. One here in the real world as I attempted to retrieve the mail. Luckily, it was thwarted by a certain cat who shall remain nameless. Oh man, God cat. BBF. Good BFF. No, wait, God was right. Fuck it. Both spellings are true. But in the process of being rescued from the explosion, I was knocked unconscious, and in my dream, there was another assassination attempt. This one, I believe, was successful. Uh-oh. I am becoming convinced that our dream selves are being picked off by violent hooligans. Shit, hooligans. Yes, but I think you mean Batterwitch thugs. Perhaps. The one who accosted me was a knife-wielding lunatic, and it's reasonable to deduce the same forces were responsible for Jake's death on Prospect as well. It looks like we are in the clutches of an actual caper, a real-life mystery, which, under different circumstances, would be quite exciting. But the truth is, I think we are all in great danger. Well, fuck. I guess it's time to take this shit up to red alert, to where it's been for like fucking ever, Jane. Yeah. But that wasn't all there was to the dream. Shortly before I was stabbed, I had a rather long gander at Skaya. A gander, you say? Yes. How good a gander? I would say a pretty substantial gander. Okay. And during this totally massive gander you snagged, what did you see? I saw things in the clouds. Things? Yes, things. What things? Things happening in the future, I think. Many events pertaining to us, all of us, and other people I didn't recognize. It was a bit overwhelming. It made me feel small, insignificant, relative to whatever it is we're about to involve ourselves with. And honestly, it made me feel pretty foolish, too. Foolish? Why foofish? I began to wonder why I ever had the audacity to think I know much of anything about the world we live in or the journey we're about to take, or to think I could ever rule anything out. I have a feeling that whatever I saw, it means you've been telling the truth all along, about everything, and I'm starting to feel like a complete idiot for doubting you. Aw, man. I've been one great big horse's caboose. I think you're owed an apology. Do you think you can forgive me? Jane, damn, you're making me feel like shit here. Why? No reason, just, hey, did you DL the game file I sent you? I did, and at this point, I guess I have no choice but to use it. I guess you were a step ahead of me yet again. Why? Because the one in the mail detonated in my most recent assassination attempt. What? Oh, fuck those hacks. The old exploiting game trick, who would stoop okay, the old exploding game trick. Who would stoop to such lowbrow shenanigans like that? So many sweet typos. That witch just makes me fucking furious some titties. Hoo, that tactic was quite underhanded. Yes, yeah, so what were you talking about again? Sorry, I'm just worked up over it. I don't blame you. Where, where we were, by my estimation, was a place wherein I was about to awkwardly attempt to swallow a helping of humble pie, to somehow make it up to you for my years of stubborn mistrust. Hey Jane, wasn't that a bunch of split infinitives? Split. To awkwardly attempt to somehow make it up. Oh, lol, so busted. Oh gosh, what a doofus. You see, I clearly don't have all the answers. I really have some nerve challenging anyone on practically any subject. Don't beat yourself up too bad. We both know that rule is bullshit anyway. You hold yourself to too high a standard, and those standards gonna leak out and start getting applied to other people, I guess, sometimes. You really don't have to apologize, Janie, or eat humble pipe. Oh, humble pip. Or anything all you've got to do is maybe not be such a huge tight ass all the time. That's fair. But I would still like to make a gesture, even if it's one particularly motivated by self-interest, seeing as I clearly have much to learn. I would like to give you a free pass for the day. It is good for 24 solid hours of absolute credulity from your best friend. Okay, waiting for you to say what the fuck you're exactly talking about. It means that starting now, whatever you tell me, I will have to believe you, I promise. Oh, really? Yes. Oh. Are you there? Ro? Shh, this is a dramatic pause. Calm your tits. Oh. Exactly how dramatic are we talking here? Shall I go retrieve a magazine? Really? Wait, what did she just... A little young for... Whatever, underage... Teen drinking is very, very bad. But in the words of a wise young man, I got a fake ID though. I'm sorry. I love me some good old 2000s rap music. Okay then. What do you want? What do you want me to say? For you to auto believe in? Everything, I guess. I'd like to get completely up to speed if possible. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure I already said everything. Want me to just say it all again? Some reiteration certainly couldn't hurt. But this time I won't work so hard to shift the fantastical from the plausible. So like stuffs I said about my mom or sure. Okay, well for Tartars, she really is the notable author you know. Oh, I know that. That was always something I had no trouble believing, considering the public documentation even reclusive celebrities receive. And frankly, the family resemblance is obvious. Yup. Anyway, it would be disingenuous if I found your relation far-fetched, since we're all apparently related to noteworthy people. It's just one of those funny things. True that. Then what else can I talk about? Like her occult magics and stuff, because I don't know a whole lot about the magics, beside the fact that they're all real as shit can get. Maybe she should start at the very beginning. Oh, maybe we should start at the very beginning. Okay, but the beginning was a heck of a long time ago. Do you remember around when we first started talking? Why? And you claimed you were the one making my pumpkins disappear? Why? You later proceeded to try to prove to me that what you were saying was true, but none of your attempts thereafter would ever bear any fruit, pardon the pun. Okay, but it ain't pardoned because a pumpkin ain't even a fruit. Okay, no, hold on. Oh, fuck. Man, I'm trying to get me to answer a whole bunch of... I just want to know if a pumpkin's a fruit. This isn't... Yes, Chowhound. Please explain this shit to me. Give me the lowdown on the pumpkin.
And now for my favorite part. Cheese. How about some bocconcini?
Fuck does it have to do with pumpkins? Also, hold on. You just put the cheese on the sauce and you took that shit back. Hold on.
bet some
What are you gonna
ricotta.
do with that cheese?
You know what? It's gotta be ricotta.
Oh, it's reversed. Okay.
We
Oof.
have a winner. It doesn't matter which cheese you choose, but when you're making it with cheese, make it right with Tre Stelle.
Maybe if you give me like a coupon or something. So pretty much everything after that ad ended, when this pumpkin video started, I've been hit on YouTube with a copyright, not a strike, but just a copyright notice, because unfortunately I don't have the proper licenses to use the music in the background of this video. So instead, I'm going to re-record this small section so that I can talk over it, put it over into Vegas, re-render this entire video, and then re-upload it, just so I don't know, I don't have to deal with someone else getting money off of my videos than me, you know? It's not that I really care about the money as much as it's the principle of, for fucking 45 seconds of a 2-hour video, I watched a different video, and the music used in that video now has a copyright claim on the video that I've made, which is a little fucky, I get it, copyright law and whatnot, but yeah. This is running on, and I'm gonna go back to that part, so yeah. Okay, but it ain't pardoned, because a pumpkin ain't even a fruit. It's a big orange porch thing for Halloween, numbnuts. Yes, I know what pumpkins are. It was a joke, silly. What I'm trying to say is, in thinking back to all those days, when you couldn't verify your claims, it made me think the whole thing was a big ruse. And I think this, unfortunately, began a pattern of mistrust. It was always hard to rule out the possibility that you could be joking about other things as well. Yeah, but it's not my fault. I mean, a purification tech is notoriously unreliable. Remember, I explained this. I can't just always purify stuff from any time I want. I can only take stuff I'm allowed to, which is pretty much random. Like stuff that is taken, I'd be messing up. Oh, like stuff that by taking I'd be messing up the timeline, because that stuff is supposed to be there and serve some function it hasn't served yet. So most of the time, if I try all I get is slime on my end, but pumpkins, for some reason, are a little easier to take. I don't know why. Like they are specifically and arbitrarily unhinged from space-time. Is spooky. I couldn't begin to explain the science behind such a technology either. But I guess the important thing is, regardless of how or why it works, this is a story you continue to stand by. That is, you are still taking credit for the mysterious disappearance of all those pumpkins I grew years ago. F yeah, I so gonked your gourds, Jane. Jane? Oof. Bleh. Did you gank did you gank them when my gourd was down? Oh, that's so fucking. Yes, I did exactly that. Snatched your patch, sucker. Heh. Very well, then I believe that is what happened. That's all I'm trying to say here. So, okay, you believe that? Now what? Now nothing, really. You may continue to tell me anything you would like with the confidence that I won't doubt you. So by all means, go ahead. Okay, go tit. So Jane, what's it feel like to get stabbed by a bad guy? Oh, come on, huh? That is a question, yeah? So? It's not any sort of revelation or statement for me to take at face value. Dad, burn it. This isn't that difficult. And for the record, it's not great. What's not great? Getting stabbed by a bad guy. It isn't all that peachy. Yeah, I bet. Must have sucked. Or dream sucked. I don't know. So, you're not in the mood to tell me things. No, I am. I'm psyched about you wanting to believe me and all. But part of me still feels like I should prove it, like I tried to once. It was just frustrating. I mean, I'm a scientist. I should be able to prove my shit. Like, subject my claims to the fucking madrigals. Madrigars? Madrigors. You know what I mean. Yeah, I understand. I mean, trust between friends is sweet and everything, but I don't know if I want to be the recipient of, like, a buttload of pity believings. It's not about pity. It's more like a gesture I'm trying to make. Or maybe that's not quite right. It has more to do with setting things right for myself than making it up to you. Does that make sense? Shoot. I'm doing such a terrible job explaining this. Patiently sips beverage. The bottom line is, I want to believe the things you say now. That's all you need to know. Okay, that's good. I want that too, but I still want to prove it irregardlessly. Shudders uncontrollably at word usage. Whoops, sorry. still want to prove it. Yeah, still want to prove it irregardlessly. All fixed tight as fuck. So, you down for one last try? Sure. Okay, let's get busy. What you want to see me disappearify? Look around. I don't know, the baking chest maybe. Too big, I got size restrictions. Bigger stuff takes huge amounts of power to swipe. So this gizmo I have has a built-in size cap. Something as big as you, for instance, I can't take. Believe me, I've tried. Aw, that's sweet of you, I guess. Was totes sweet of me to try and steal you for the hangouts, but it didn't work because of bullshit. But I can take stuff somewhat smaller. What are the restrictions? Just dump your shit on the floor. Tell me everything that's there. Empty Silodex. Well, what immediately catches my attention is this enormous book. I wonder how it squares with your size restriction. What book? My unabridged Sassacres. It's a very rare edition and a precious family heirloom, so I don't know if it would make an ideal candidate for the journey. No, are you kidding? That shit is perfect. Should be just the right size, like big, but just Barkley not too big. Ah. But what if it gets damaged? Psh, it'll be set on fire. Oh, silly me. What was I even worried about? Haha, man. It'll be sent fine. That wasn't even a Freudian slip. Dr. Freud just tripped over an errant phallus, tumbled down a flight of stairs and broke his neck, and then his cigar exploded comically in his face. Raffle, Jane, you're funny. Oh my god, lol, at that word boner I made, oh my god. It was spectacular. But for real, I won't set your fucking joke book on fire, Jane. It doesn't even do that, even if it goes the worst kind of wrong. Couldn't we send Wise Guy instead? At least it can be easily replaced. Jane. Fuck Wise Guy. This would be so lame as a guinea pig book. God damn, whom I kidding? I don't even know how to spell guinea pig while sober. Could be sober as a church Christ, and look at it. Guinea, I don't know, shit looks intrinsically fucked typographically speaking, so fuck that word and fuck those particular pigs. Or parsicular pigs? Whatever. No, I reject your proposal that we fuck Wise Guy. Whatever that actually means, or for that matter, the spelling of any adorable rodents named after African nations. Jane, are you being a tight ass again? I don't think so. We talked about this. About what? About you being a tight ass. I'm not being a tight ass. Janie, it seems to me that there is a maths % chance of you being a huge tight ass. Are you being a huge tight ass on me, Jane? Oh, god damn it. Take the book. What do I care? Yes, that's the Spurs bit. Now you are believing with petrol. I failed to see. Oh my god. The allusions to setting shit on fire, they're great. It's just not going to go well for anyone, is it? I fail to see what offering up a priceless book for your wildly capricious science experiment has to do with my resolution to be less stingy with my beliefs, but alright. Will you relax about the book? I'm only just teasing because there's like practically 100% chance that this won't work like always. Won't work like always, so ready. Yes, let's just get on with it. A purify. Gone like a motherfucker. It worked, the book is gone. Oh no, shit, what is it? Shit it. Did you receive the book? Shit. Don't tell me. The book is damaged somehow, isn't it? Fuck. Sigh. Is it at least somewhat intact? Or was it completely incinerated in transit? I just knew we should have used Wise Guys. I can't believe this. Don't worry, the book itself is tops fine. Oh, then what's the problem? I'm so stupid. So stupid. So stupid. So stupid. Will you tell me what happened? Gotta go, BBL. We'll talk about important stuffs later. P.S. Jane, thank you for believing me. Oh shit, on one last thing, Jane. Don't run the file I sent you before I get back. I need to, just don't without me, okay? Fuck. You wonder what her deal was. It's always something with her. You again notice her game file, beckoning you to play, but she warned you not to until she gets back. Fuli. Oh, hey, you just noticed your slightly abridged edition of Sassacres over there on the floor. You guess you could have sent the much less valuable copy and saved a lot of arguing, but what's done is done, and there's more reading material sprinkled about, too. You've clearly got some time to kill before your BFFC gets back from her emergency. Might as well do some casual reading. But there's nothing casual about hoisting even an abridged Sassacres up to your lap. So forget that. There's always Game Girl, but the articles are a bit vapid, and in your view somewhat demeaning to female gamers and women in general. You and Rolal are convinced the whole thing is just written by the same odious D-bags who write Game Bro, which is exactly what makes it good for the LLs. Oh, the LULs. Her words. Speaking of bros in the games they play, read Pony Pals. Hell fucking yes. You've read this like a million times already. It's one of your favorite gifts. Another gander at it couldn't hurt. Examine contents. Amazing chapter titles. Potentially the TOC for greatest book ever written. But Beta and Court shout out this nightmare instead. Oh, potentially the table of contents for the greatest book ever written. Okay. Contents. A visitor. Screaming ponies. Motherfuck. Danger. Flames. Missing. The fight. Blood in the snow. Holy shit. Homeless. 3 ideas. Acorn shadow. A pony broods. The final freakout. Appendix A. Official body count. Flip to page 1. Tragic pony news. A visitor. Dumb name. Sounds like a product of speech impediment by imbecile. Anna Harley. Almost a good name for you. Not sure why. Oh my god. Okay. Anna Harley came out. Came out her back door and ran across the backyard. There were 2 ponies in the paddock behind Hannah's yard and house. Hey ponies, Hannah called out. We're going for a trail ride as she prepared the noose adroitly. Anna's pony Acorn was standing, was standing in the pony shed. The other pony, little Sebastian, belonged to Anna's next door neighbor and pony pal, the city of Pawnee, Indiana. Little Seb came over to Anna, but Acorn stayed in the shed. Anna liked that Acorn was trying to hide from her. He liked to play, I'm scared shitless of my master. Anna went into the shed. Acorn wasn't fucking around. He was staring at a fluffy black cat with white paws, taking a dump on his favorite saddle. The cat was staring back at Acorn, shitting like tomorrow wasn't a thing. Hey, kitty, said Anna. What are you doing there? She asked, the art of defecation oddly foreign to the girl. Pawnee came into the shed behind Anna. Whose cat is that? The rural township inquired. I don't know, answered Anna. It's not a pony, so who seriously gives a fuck? Suddenly, a mouse ran from behind the feed bin. The contrived incident caused some extra shit to happen. Acorn was like, oh hell no, not the fuck in my padlock, bitch. Acorn nickered as if to say, vile slurs omitted. Mom, screw handwriting, this is easier. Oh man, screw handwriting. The cat leaped back up on the straw and curled himself into a ball. Acorn took a few steps towards the cat and crushed it to death with his magnificent hooves. Acorn nickered triumphantly. That's so cute, murmured the fictional Midwestern burro. Pam Crandall rode another goddamn pony up to the shed. She said hi to her pony pals, and the whole crew beamed complacently about their bullshit horse club. Anna pointed at the cat. Acorn has a new kind of meat he appears to tolerate, she exploded. Later, about halfway through the book, rather than see the gag through to the bitter end, Strider began pasting over entire pages of original text with his completely rewritten version of the story, while keeping all the chapter titles. His revision is a tough, emotionally draining read, but it is cathartic in all the worst ways possible. He tends to get carried away with his projects. Just give me a minute here. I just gotta Google something real quick. Tell me someone has done this dumb bullshit. Oh my god, yes. Yes. I never knew I needed this. Okay. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. Wow. Is this really real? Oh my god. I need Okay. Holy shit. Somebody actually fucking put that together and wrote it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh fuck. All the dumb bullshit surrounding the story is actually great. Alright. Jane, just check out the file already. Don't do that. You try to distract yourself with Strider's literature, but it's no use. Your curiosity is overwhelming. Lalonde could be gone for hours for all you know. Surely there couldn't be any harm in just installing the file, could there? Yep, that's what they all say before shit hits the fan. It's an odd extension for a file. You don't think you've ever seen it before. Install Spurb client. It doesn't even seem to install anything. It just runs a small application when you execute it. Looks like you're one key press away from playing. Do you dare? Press enter. Psst. Hey, Jane. Step away from your computer. Computer. What? Oh boy. Hey, what a cat. God, you wish stuff would stop exploding. Answer Diestra. I should probably warn you. About what? Yet another exploding game trap? Well, shit, she already sent it? Yes. But to be fair, she warned me not to run it. That's weird. Why? She was probably just trying to protect me from the Batter Witch's latest assassination attempt. Sheesh, I can't believe you all finally got me to saying Batter Witch too. Who would have thought? No, it's weird because Lalonde was the one who rigged it to explode. It's a bogus copy she coded herself. The real game file she downloaded is totally legit. What, really? Got it right here, myself. Checked it out. File's fucking clean as a whistle. A whistle that overcame a major substance abuse problem. Trying to get its life back on track. The whistle is holding down a steady job now. It's taking things one day at a time. Eat a fucking dinner off that whistle. Okay, I'll shut up. Why would she do that? To accomplish exactly what it sounds like got accomplished. You narrowly averting the fake threat to your life, then getting your shit all hot and bothered at the Baroness over it. Then you abdicate your Hera's throne or something and give up on this game as a big fuck you to the genocidal cake alien. But if she felt so strongly that I shouldn't play, she could have told me. Or told me more forcefully, I guess, I would have listened. Maybe. She's working through some problems right now. Really doesn't want us to play that game. So I guess this was the insane stunt she whipped up to derail the inevitable. Kinda reckless for my tastes. One of the above statements is a fucking lie. Are you gutsy enough, a gumshoe, to spot it? Maybe she was justified in taking such an extreme measure. I sure hadn't been taking her seriously. She even warned me not to play it until she got back, but I went ahead anyway because I was too impatient. Actually, now that I think about it, she was probably going to disarm it or such when she got back, seeing as her objective had essentially been accomplished already by an actual assassination attempt. After that, I told her I would believe her about everything. That probably made her feel guilty about setting me up, so she told me not to touch the file until she returned. Sounds about right, but then I went ahead and ran it anyway like a doofus, which I think she just wanted to be believed. Shucks, am I an awful friend? Nope. I'm not so sure about that. Well, before you go taking a massive sad crap all over your friendship credentials, consider this. Only she could manage to blow up your computer with a nasty Deathloop virus and somehow make you be the one to feel shitty about it. Excuse me. Huh, you're right. Or maybe you're the one who uniquely fills the fills the predicate in that construction. I don't goddamn know. Your friendship with her is a half-drunken three-legged race. A three-legged relay race, and the baton is a stick of dynamite. And you two are the only ones on the track. Me and English are watching from under the bleachers, high-fiving constantly. I guess that's a pretty apt metaphor, even though it doesn't make even the slightest bit of sense. Yes, I just wanted to start playing the game so badly. Now more than ever, I have reason to believe the stakes have increased dramatically. They have, and they will continue to. I think our dream counterparts are all marked for death. If we are to stand a chance, we must move quickly. I agree. Just heard about your assassination on Prospect. Oh, she told you already? Who, RL? No, I read it in a newspaper. Are you being ironic again? No, I just picked up one of the sleazy Dursite tabloid rags. Sounds like they'll feature some pretty entertaining gossip about the royalty or whatever, but they're primarily dedicated to smearing Prospect. The press had a field day with the deaths of the page and the maid. Dursite? You mean the other planet, the evil one? Thurs, yeah. Not evil necessarily, that's a bit simplistic. The kingdom represents the forces of opposition to Prospect and the four heroes. Us. Oh. What did this story say about me? Dead was the big ass headline. Then a photo of your dead body lying there, followed by a lot of bullshit slander. It was also reported your tower exploded. They couldn't find the body to give it a proper funeral. Probably incinerated. I didn't realize you had woken up in the game already. When did that happen? Dunno. Years ago. Don't really recall. I guess I shouldn't act surprised you didn't tell me. What with all your high-faulted secrecy. It's hard to explain. I was never technically asleep there. I was awake without realizing it. Then I realized, and I sort of learned how to be awake there while awake here too. I'm awake there now, albeit pretending to be asleep. Pretending? Why? For one thing, it gets a bit distraction managing two alert bodies in different places at the same time. And for another thing, it's better to maintain appearances. Everyone on Durst believes their heroes haven't woken yet, though they're both rumored to be very active sleepwalkers. Which is half true. She can't ever seem to sleep still, goes off wandering for days. Sometimes I gotta go round her up from some godforsaken cranny of the abyss, drag her tipsy ass home, tuck her back in. Maybe I'll chain her leg to the bed if she doesn't wake up soon. Though, in light of the recent assassinations, her slumbering attraction to the void probably works to her advantage. No one ever knows where she is. I'm still not sure I'm following. Why are you maintaining the appearance of being asleep on Prospect? It seems as if the people there are regarded... Oh. Why are you maintaining the appearance of being asleep? On Prospect, it seemed as if the people there regarded me and Jake very highly, like celebrated figures. Is it not the same way on Durst? No, it's essentially the same situation here. They glorify us the same way, almost like we're their purple pajama team mascots. even though they will completely oppose our objective when it's all said and done. Kinda ridiculous, really. But even so, I think it's better to lay low and not alert anyone to my alertness. That way I can sneak around and gather information, do some reconnaissance before shit starts getting real. In other words, read newspapers and get a feel for the word on the street and such. As might a detective. Yeah, among other things, like keep an eye on agent activity. You mean secret agents? No, more like high-ranking officials. Judging from your knife wound, I'm betting you were the victim of the archagent himself. You should feel honored, I guess. Who's that guy? A guy named Noir. Real nasty dude. Crazy ambitious. Loves knives. If we're gonna stand any chance of winning this thing, I've got this nagging suspicion we're gonna have to take him down first. And a feeling that nags equally is it ain't gonna be easy. I guess I should find all that ominous, but I cannot lie, sir. Nothing you have said has made me one iota less excited to begin this adventure. Those dastardly agents can try to assassinate me all they like. I just want to get started. That's the most awesome way to be, Jane. And it is again why you will be our leader. Sort of. Right. Still fixing to pull the strings for us, per your extensive puppet metaphor. Pulling them as we speak. I'm having little Seb install a real copy of the client on another computer in your house. A clean computer, not any of this BC Corp. Yeah, BC Corp garbage you tend to accumulate. Accumulate. I'll have to insist from this point onward you employ neutral devices. That shit fucks with your head. Alrighty. I think I can make that concession. Once it's installed, I'll connect with you and I'll be your server player. I know this isn't what you were hoping for, but some improvisation is in order. Yeah. While you get the ball rolling, I'll try to talk some sense into that mercurial blues hound. Sounds like a plan. I do hope she comes around. It would be a bummer to play without her. She will. Say, do I even have any machines that survive the explosion besides this one? Do you even have any machines that don't inundate you with fucking hamburger helper ads and Guy Fieri's heinous propaganda? I guess not. Still, some nice things were surely destroyed. I think Detective Pony was caught in the blast. It's unlikely Acorn survived. It's a fitting end to a life of moral compromise. So, since I'm apparently out of neutral devices, which computer is Seb installing the file on? On your dad's computer downstairs, the one in the study. Gotcha, my poor dad. He surely heard the explosion. I've put him through so much today. Oh no! What? I just had a dreadful thought. The kitchen is just below my room. What if What if he had begun baking his afternoon cake when my computer exploded? Oh, fuck. I wouldn't worry about it. Maybe I should go look, though I'm a little afraid to. I think it'll take a lot more to kill that dude than a little falling debris. Trust me. I hope so. The Crockers have something of a legacy when it comes to losing forebears in mysterious explosions. I would be so sad if I kept the tradition alive like this. The most you have to worry about is getting grounded back to the Stone Age. When you enter the session, he'll probably lock you up in a prison cell on Durst. Probably stick a huge safe in front of the bars for good measure. Now do me a favor and hop off the couch. Okay, what are you doing? Making room for something big. Oh boy, we're right back where we started now. Alright. Okay. Oof. You watch Dice Dry deploy some sort of mammoth instrument onto your balcony. It's just as well he took over for Rollout. Why the fuck we can't just... Whatever. She probably would have destroyed half your house with that thing in her condition. But on the bright side, you're sure RL would have enjoyed a good nicker with you over the notion of DS deploying... Oh, RL, yeah. Deploying his mammoth instrument. You wonder what she could possibly be up to. While you're at it, you also wonder what the deal is with this cagey treatment of their names. Yeah, exactly. Dystry, Rollout, DS, RL, Strider, Lalonde, it's all starting to get a bit silly. Each of their full names has 11 characters, and you have been dancing around all but 2. Maybe it's time you were formally introduced to the last 2 characters. One of the last two stands in her bedroom. It is a young lady. Due to an incident involving an unabridged Colonel Sassacres and a perfectly white cat, she will not be able to assist her BFFCs for some time, and due to the aggressive occurrence of all that takes place in Paradox Space, this event has not happened yet. But what has happened yet was this young lady's 13th birthday. It took place almost 3 fucking years ago, and on that date her placronym was engraved. It was engraved with 11 letters to be precise, 9 of which you are already familiar with. You figure it couldn't hurt to take a peek at the engraving. You've been dying to get the scoop on those last 2 mysterious characters. Examine placronym. Hey, get the damn cat out of the way. Thank you, cat who is probably Jasper's. The final 2 chromosomic symbols have been released from their fluffy, twitching prisons. Roxy Lalonde. Examine room. Your name is Roxy. God damn, do you love wizards. You wish and hope they are real, and that so too are their magics and stuff. You enjoy writing fan prose for sad, magical men. But you think maybe it's not so great. You are, however, quite great at the esoteric sciences such as ectobiology, dark fenestrology, and the delicate art of purification. You have tended to accrue dead preserved specimens from your experiments, little to none of which aren't felines. You aren't one to shy from a bit of gaming, particularly the sort well past its prime. You have a real soft spot for old-school technology. It is fair to say that most of your leanings are governed by a bent for nostalgia. Your coding cred is totes Riddick, basically making you the hottest shit hackser bitch you ever knew. As deadly to the grid asks, she is beautiful. You are known to non-seldomly employ a roguish demeanor toward the fellas, a habit not especially jeopardized by your non-infrequent inebriation. Which is to say, against the better judgment of one your age, you like to dip into the sauce now and then, unless your mom is looking, which happens to be virtually never, and considering she has been known by the knowledgeable to be in possession of Vision Omnifold, this strikes you as a particularly stunning lapse in parental diligence. But you have good friends and many distractions to fill this void in your life. What will you do? Wail like an alley cat and blow bubbles in your drink. Roxy is not empowered to resurrect this crusty old gag template because all of the sudden, she is too busy being the other guy. Oof. We have absolutely got to peep the last 2 letters out of this Max Chill dude's name on the devil fucking double. Examine placronym. Aww. Hey, clear out the stupid pony. What is this, some sort of miniature paddock? Pony, wake up. Dirk Strider. Always... Oh, wait, bleh. Thanks, pony who is presumably a tiny maple leaf for some reason. The final 2 divil symbols have been unearthed from countless crushing ounces of slumbering pony. Examine Ram. Your name is Dirk. Ah, it's Dirk. Oh, hey, Griftink. You possess the extreme dexterity to operate your false friends unseen. That is, when they are not preambulatory through your loving imbued mechanizations. You dig right in cognitive algorithms for said nope. Just not even gonna attempt.
Apocryphal.
Apocryphal, there we go. That's the word that we're looking for. Apocryphal men. And you think maybe that's fucking dope. Guess what else is dope? Everything else you do. You're a sick, wicked oh my god. Autodidact? Sure. On Ancient Civilizations, a self-made master of mythologue and pre-natural pop culture academy. Yeah, well, welcome. My streams are erratic and unregular and very hard to catch live, so congratulations. Yeah, if you catch another one, I'd be amazed, to be honest, but that's fine. That's what my YouTube channel's for. If you weren't so damn aloof and actually let people get a load, you might get described all kinds of ways. Maybe tagged as a Renaissance ninja, philosopher prince, and flash depth puppeteer, or perhaps a pantheonic ironicist, gangsta logician, lucid walker, and Dursite spy. Screw descriptors though, as if the shits you give ain't nil. You're cool with dabbling in the fine sequential arts, and your work could be viewed by some as borderline pornographic. And to those Philistines, you'll be heard wondering, what the fuck do you mean borderline? Against the better judgment of one your age, you build robots, set them to kill mode, and spar with them to death. Ooh. That is, when you're not sendificating them to friends or dueling them with rap lyrics. But you try to cool it on the deathmatch stuff when your bro's looking, which is virtually never, and considering he's had a reputation staked on some order of martial nobility, this strikes you as a staggering oversight in brotherly vigilance. You don't have the heart to hold it against him, though. What will you do? Dirk, shut your ass and twitch like a proboscis. Or proboscis. Oh, we're back to the choose the fucking god damn it. I don't wanna. There's no way in hell you were going to give this gag the time of day, even if you weren't suddenly totally lambasted by the character select screen again from way out of left field inside your glasses. Once again, you are grabbing the plush by the rump. You are in absolute command of your destiny, as long as you don't pick the two characters who aren't grayed out, which is a universally understood UI convention for non-clickability. Also, as long as both other available choices are finished being drawn, we are passing out free will like cheap cigars. What happens if I click it though? No, it doesn't work. Also doesn't work. Nope. Alright, to Roxy we go. Be Roxy. You are now Roxy. What were you up to again? You were floating somewhere in the non-linear time stew of paradox space, and we were hoping to get a handle on the exact chronology of your situation. Perhaps your successive actions will oblige us. Yeah, you aren't really listening. You're going to do whatever the hell you want. Roxy, grab that sweet gun. Oh shit, there is a gun. Missed that. Hey, isn't that... It is. Sure. Also, what? Actually, no. There's a lot in this image that I'm just not ready to fully take in. Like, what the fuck is that? Whatever. You pick up your high-octane laser gun. It's powered by the most deadly sciences you know of. You keep a couple specibus allocations in your portfolio on standby. You try to stay as sharp as possible in unarmed combat because you never know when you'll get ambushed. It's dangerous out there. Examine Dead Mutant Collection. Oh, okay, so we are gonna go over there, but also, what is that underneath her desk? The biggest one has been around for as long as you can remember, encased in that glass-like material. You've considered giving it a name, but it always struck you as a little morbid to name a dead cat. The others were the result of a few experimental mishaps before you got the hang of ectobiology equipment. You keep them around to remind you of the perils of the inexact science, and also because they're weird looking and cute. You've since cloned many healthy felines, but they all live in the laboratory out back. Your pet cat doesn't really get along with other cats, and you don't want to upset him. Roxy, captcha log 1. And it's captcha log. And wait, what? The fuck is that modus? Holy shit. It would just... God damn. Wonder how many of those bottles just have booze in them. These little guys... Oh yeah. You tuck the biggest one into your message in a bottle modus. These little guys are quite handy for busting through windows whenever you're ready to christen a new fenestrated plane. Why would you ever... You take the first 6 books of your mom's best-selling series, Complacency of the Learned. She made an impossible fortune off of these books, considering how dark and inaccessibly written they are for young readers. More money than the U.S. financial system could even account for as legitimately circulating in the economy. Many suspected real-life witchcrafts were involved, which is what some believe discouraged criminal investigation into the matter. The feds were afraid, and the Baroness nervous. God, you hope that's all true. Examine COTL poster. What is this? Oh, yeah, Complacency of the Learned. That's a cool little cover. I'd read that book. Some original edition cover art from one of the books. It features the androgynous young apprentice Calmasis, who throughout the series plays the role of anti-hero and chief antagonist. He convinces fellow disciples to rebel against Zazarpan's vaunted complacency, and one by one hunts down each wizard. All 12 are killed, but the predicant scholar himself forcing a showdown. The poster depicts the notorious chess match between Calmasis and Zazarpan. Zazarpan had a reputation for being unbeatable. He had never lost a match, even to the gods. But his apprentice was able to beat him in the wizard's duel by first becoming checkmated, and through some unprecedented enchantment, continuing to play beyond the death of the king. So he just fucking cheated. You'll love your mom's books and find them heavily inspiring, but you can't help but feel the work is exhaustingly heavy-handed at times. You kind of prefer to write more light-handed things. Actually crack a joke now and then, you know? Roxy, say hi to Cat. Hello, Cat. Your cat friggishly hops down on the bed to greet you and immediately situates himself on something important. One of your creative writing journals. You named him after your favorite wizard from COTL. He was just such an endearing, bumbling fellow before he was murdered. Calmasis put an insidious curse on him, which caused him to go insane over several years. He began filling a book with all of his arcane knowledge, which was said to be limitless. The tomb grew to monumental proportions and became a virtually unreadable patchwork of impenetrable erudition. You know what? No. Screw it. We're not even just gonna guess. We have the power of the internet. Erudition. I think I was right the first time. Don't recall, don't really care. Of impenetrable erudition. When the young wizard finally caught up with him, he was a quaking, incoherent madman. He put him out of his misery by crushing him to death with his own massive text. You just think it's a fitting name for him for some reason. You know what? I've looked up this word like 17 times, and every time.
Macabre.
Macabre. Macabre. Macabre. Say it with me. Macabre. Macabre. The macabre demise notwithstanding, of course. There we go. Roxy, take journals. You politely You know, The English language is hard enough without all of the made-up words thrown in. You my bad. You politely scoot Friglish off the books. That a boy. Technically, only one of those books is yours. The writing journal. You're pretty secretive about your writing. Sometimes even you can hardly bear to read it. You are highly aware of the formidable writerly shadow cast over you, and can be critical to the point of embarrassment over your work. Just how drunk were you when you wrote this? You often wonder to yourself. You don't think you'll be peeking at it soon. Maybe later. The other book is another point of embarrassment, for completely different reasons. Yep, Rose and her mom have a vocabulary of words that don't exist, to put it lightly. And also, hooray, Jake has got his ancestors' odd gene of being fucking crazy. This is Jake's private journal. One day, when you were feeling especially frisky, you swiped it with your purifier, not actually expecting it to work, but then you debated with yourself for weeks over whether to read it. When you finally took a peek, you were strangely relieved to find all this nonsense, instead of his private thoughts, but you still don't have it in you to cop to the theft. You just agreed what a shame it was about his missing book. You have no idea what these letters mean. Some kind of code? Bark? Crab? Abracadabra? Oh, okay. You have no clue what was running through that kid's head. Not unlike always. Roxy, get little ray gun. It isn't a ray gun, it's your purifier. Pretty much the only Crocker tech you can bring yourself to use. It's just too handy not to. You just plug in the coordinates you want to nab something from, point where you want it to purify, and shoot. Oh, okay. Simple enough. It'll make that thing a purifier right there and then, assuming no temporal conflicts. Piece of cake. Not Crocker brand cake, though, because fuck that witch. Roxy, you're thirsty. As am I, actually. I am thirsty. One moment. I love mugs, but mine is like the size of my fit. No, it's like I can't. I could wrap both of my hands around this mug, and it would just fit. Actually, I wonder, can I find like let's see, can I find like a image of this? But the point I'm getting at is I have a very large mug, and I just nailed myself in the tooth with it, and it just hurt. It hurts so goddamn much. Is this the mug? I don't know. This looks small. Yeah, my mug is a lot bigger. It's not 11 ounces. This thing holds like a liter. Oh, I'm Canadian. What's a liter to like whatever Americans use? A liter to ounces is something like 33 ounces. There we go. It's a big mug. But yeah, my tooth hurts. I just chipped it. Or I didn't chip it. I just nailed myself in the tooth with a mug. It hurt. Regardless, with my sidetracking nature, let us continue. That isn't a command. Excuse me, but you beg to differ. You pour that beautiful martini a little while ago, and you've been letting it gather cobwebs while you horse around with random shit in your room. What a crime. Sip martini thoughtfully. Damn it. This is the wrong stock reaction. You will not stand for this outrageous misrepresentation of your beverage enjoyment. Sip martini more thoughtfully than that. Ah, yes. Very graceful. That's much better. As much as you enjoy an afternoon cocktail, you have to remember to pace yourself with these things. Ooh. They're crazy strong and tend to make you kind of sleepy. Oh my, how inviting does that soft pink plush pile look about now? Quite, you think. Examine plush pile. Oh, there we go. You like to ensconce yourself in this friendly heap when you play games. Aw, that's nice. Gosh, it looks soft. Your eyelids are getting heavy. Succumb to unfathomable booze snooze. Uh-oh, there you go a-wobbling. Look out below. And... nap time. Out like a light. Blackout. Roxy. Sleepwalk. Hey, we've hit our flash! I love how there's actually just a logo with the name of places in the sky. Like, we're just keeping that going. Oh wow, the art quality's gotten a lot better over time. Oh shit. Oh shit. Yes, I fully understood what happened there. As always. Roxy, wake up. What the heck was that all about? Oh, hey there, Friglish. He greets you with a sly and conspiratorial purr, almost as if he was privy to what you dreamt. Which is impossible, of course. Looks like some dude has been badgering you while you were asleep. Roxy, answer. Roxy, awake yet? Guess not. Let me know. Whoa, damn. Hey, Dirk, I had a crazy dream. There you are, but I see your dream self hasn't returned. You must be you must be tying one the fuck on tight already. Maybe I am, like a bow of ribbon on a beautiful pony. Or, you know what? Nah, I just, like a beautiful pony. Whatever. You can't, just sounding out words, just, what even is that? I want to text to speech this. This needs to happen. Just, yes, give me the thing. No, I don't want to, just let me type it. God, why are you making this? Translate. The Google has one, right? There we go. Is that what I wanted to do? Okay. No, God damn it. Why is this so hard? Just let me put. There we go.
Buy you to a file.
Buy you to a file. Nope, it worked and then it didn't. Sure, buy you to a file. I don't understand. Just why won't you do?
Buy you to a file.
Buy you a TIU fool. Whatever that is. And Pawnee. Man, how can you be this much drunker than last time we talked? What the hell are you even drinking? Okay, but to be fair, buy you beautiful was an intentional typo for your benefit because I know you love the pose. It is a butet. So, you spying on me in Dursville again. Yeah, fucking perv. Like what you see there? I see precisely jack shit in the side of fuck all. That's the point. You got too sauced up and went rogue again. You're out there in your weird drifting stupor, independent of your waking self-awareness. You gonna go after me again? Get on your horns? Gallop me home like a Prince Charming back to Swoon King Dong? Oh my god. Blush. No. In thinking it over, it's sort of a relief. Simplifies things somewhat. It's better you stay out there for a while. There's been a problem. What did you do now? Okay, I fucked up. I kind of made a mess here, and I'm not sure what to do about it yet. No need for you to worry about it for now. I'll figure something out. Until then, I'm just gonna prepare for our session while I think it over. Zzz. What a surprise. Another mystery for you to keep to yourself. An overly cerebralized snore. Hey, let's talk about something cool instead, like the dream I had. Okay. First, I had some ordinary, boring dreams that I don't remember. Then I dreamed that I woke up from the dream, and things got way brighter and surreal. And I saw someone. I think it was supposed to be my daughter. Why do you think that? You know those dreams where you just know someone's supposed to be? Oh, be someone. Okay. No, well, regular people have those, I'm pretty sure, all the time. Are you thinking it was prophetic, like a glimpse of the future? I don't know, because that's not really how the Abyss works. It's not Skya, and we aren't Prospect Dreamers. There's nothing like that out in the Abyss. If you drift far enough, there's only horror. Terrible, terrible horror. Okay, but I'm not saying it was a future dream. It was just a glimpy. Or glimple, and it felt real. And all I'm saying is it was a cool dream that I wish was real. Glimpse. Well, maybe it was. Maybe there was no fanciful game-supplied mechanism of prognostication involved here, and you're just an ordinary run-of-the-mill psychic. I guess that's possible. Hey, Dirk, what do you think it would be like if we had kids? What would it be like? Inconvenient, mostly. No, I mean, what would they be like, the kids? Have you ever think about it? Can't really say I have. You know, for an eccentric guy, you can be boring as fuck sometimes. Sorry, Rox. For what it's worth, I'm picturing them right now. A boy and a girl, two perfect little freaks of nature raised by people who've clearly got no business bringing up anybody. Shucks, Buster. It's all a fun little hypothetical to daydream about. Why you need to suck the fun out of shit. Like a turd-hungry Dracula. It's not like I'm lobbying for you to hook me up with a whole mess of fucking babies. Or that's I'm holding on to any such delusion that's even a remote possibility. Lasine. Yes, Lasine, you heard me. Do you mean Lasai? Nope, I'm sticking with Lasine. Going down with the ship. The SS Lasine, starring Cap Rollout. What does Lasine actually mean in this context? Oh, come on. Come on what? Lasine is universally understood to mean too bad he's gay, you deliberately obtuse underfuck. I mean, yeah, that's what I thought. It would just be cool if you'd refrain from tossing about such. Nope, fuck it, not even gonna attempt. The internet, do your worst.
Antediluvian
terms. Antediluvian, what? Me saying you're gay, you mean? Yes. Okay, but terminology aside, I don't think I'm off base. I don't see how it has to be a thing. I really think it's an actual thing, bro. Once upon a time, sure, but the world has changed a lot. Ever peek in a history book between your wizardly indulgences? This is a nuanced topic. Man, I know about the histories, just believe me, it's a thing. How is it a thing? It's a thing because if you wasn't a thing, then you wouldn't be all like what? Well, wanting nothing to do with me for starties. Don't be ridiculous. I have more to do with you than any dude could possibly bargain for, and I like it just fine. What a totally lame plus sweet answer simultaneously. Yeah. Now maybe we should direct our focuses on a matter which has nothing at all to do with what does or doesn't qualify as a thing, what our fantasy alt universe offspring would be like, or anything like that, such as this game, and whether you're in the best condition to be piloting Jane's connection. Maybe you could use another nap. My condition's just fine, and anyway, what ain't gonna get slept off is the fact that I still don't think we should be touching this BS witch game with the 20-foot trident. Okay. We both know her plans needs us to. I know that, but I thought we settled this. It's still so frustrating. Telling Jane about the dangers, and even if she's being polite, I just know she thinks I'm full of crap about everything. We settled this too. She'll believe everything eventually. Why bother working so hard to convince her? Well, I don't even do that for the most part, but it gets tiring and saddening, knowing that even when she's not actively talking about it, that my best friend can't bring herself to believe some really basic things about my life, like the shitty things the Baroness has done to us, or about our upbringing. Like, do you know how miserable it is for your BFF to doubt you when you tell her your mom is dead? I guess. It just registers for me as a reaction which isn't completely unreasonable from her perspective. She is inundated with media coverage of those whom we've claimed as our parental figures. That they are not presently alive nor ever played that role for us as she understands it is just an extension of a much more elaborate and far-reaching explanation which is much harder for anyone to digest in its entirety. Well, anyone who isn't Jake, I mean. Still, say you should cut her some slack. I know, and need I remind you that the potential this game provides for their resurrection is what motivated you to investigate it in the first place? Oof. No, I remember. I told you a million times. Shit sounds like it could be the best thing ever. We're in Evers caps as heck. Okay. But also, that no matter how awesome it might be, it's probably going to advance all the schemes of her condensation. Or fuck it. Internet. Just. Oh, condescension. Why am I.
Condescension.
Yeah, see, words, they're not making sense anymore. We've lost the ability to read actual English. The typos have done their damage. Right, but if we can stop her, part of me doesn't even want to give her the satisfaction of starting up at all. Like, if we didn't... Yep, this is exactly what I mean. If we didn't, wouldn't that wreck her shit just so hilariously? So many olols. I must be hard of counting because I'm barely racking up a single goddamn laugh out loud at that self-defeating gesture. No, but it would, and for all we know, starting it up is playing right into her claws. Could be a trap waiting for Jane the moment she enters. If I stop her from playing, maybe I could at least give her a chance at a future. But there's no future on Earth for them, or for us for that matter. To know that for a fact. But anyway, I kinda already... What the fuck was that? I kinda already made this bogus file for her. What? Why? To scare the shit out of her. Make her learn to fear and respect the fucking hag like she should. Then maybe we can drop this whole in-game meetup / resurrection idea altogether. Sweet though it may be. Rox, I hope you're not thinking about sending her one of your bullshit ATH scripts. On that subject, I am Mrs. Zipperlips. Mrs. Wiperpipes? The amount of sense you haven't been making is unfucking real. Just go take a nap and don't even think about sending her that file. Are you listening? I will take what you say under serious advisement. Wonk. Jesus. Dirk, when did you stop being any fun? What? It used to be you'd get a kick out of a stunt like that. Stunt. Man, you know I'm down with insane stunts. Insane stunts are practically all I'm about, as long as I actually agree with the purpose they're intending to serve. Destroying Jane's computer and dissuading her from playing is not such a purpose. Bet your responder would agree with me. Why can't you be more like him? I am more like him. I mean more like him. You just misspelled more, causing me to suddenly understand Jack everything. He's more in touch with his feelings, which just makes me L my FA off, since he's a robot. He's a bobot. A bobot. There we go. Robob. Bobob. And he can actually loosen up sometimes, kind of like you used to could. I used to could? For one thing, he doesn't instant shoot down a bit of frisky RP shenanigans now and then. Yeah, I kind of wish you wouldn't do that with him. Why the F not? It just seems a little tawdry and disrespectful and vaguely exploitive of a still emergent cognitive entity whose perceptual frame of reference is difficult for us to comprehend. Oh, come on. He's a cool guy, just like you. It's just he lives in some shades. It rubs me the wrong way is all. Oh, do you? Want me to rub you the right way? Not really. You're overblowing this. It's just an ironic, funny thing we do sometimes. Come on, I'm sure you read the transcripts yourself. It's all a lot of jokestery bullshit. He blocks me from being able to read transcripts sometimes. Oh, wow, he does? Sneaky bastard. And anyway, I'm really not sure how ironic it is. Okay, next time I'll run it by the master first with his fancy fucking ironometer. Okay, here's the thing with the AR, since you still don't seem to get it. He's very similar to me in thought processes and behaviors, but those patterns were imported from a 13-year-old version of my psyche, then sealed into the program as starting parameters. In the years since, we've both evolved somewhat, I, as humans tend to do, and he, in whatever way is natural, for a frequently running self-aware application. So if there are differences between us, they are first reflected by what I feel is a maturity gap, and then further by several years of minor behavioral divergences. Oh my god, he's 13-year-old Dirk. Why did that not occur to me? That is so cute. And it makes me feel kind of skeevy for saying anything lascivious at him. Damn it, you ruin everything. You're welcome. Yo, you guys realize I can hear you, right? Yes, I was aware. Check out all these complicated fucking problems people have when they have to live in big lumbering flesh monsters instead of a sweet pair of shades. Dude, do you think you could sit this one out for a while? This conversation practically doesn't even concern you at this point. It seems there is some gnarly crooked number that represents the percentage of probability you just said this doesn't concern me. Even though it's patently obvious that half the conversation, like, way totally concerns me. Shit, Roxy, look, he's doing the thing where he ironically pretends to fail the Turing test to sass me into submission, even though I was the one who fucking programmed him to do that. LMFA off. Okay. Like my butt is just there on the floor, is how hard I L'd it off just now. Not peeking at the floor butt because I'm only 13 years old, motherfuckers. This is fucking dumb. I'm gonna leave both of you to interact however you want. I have important shit to deal with and actual responsibilities to take seriously. Roxy, go nap off your drink or aggressively wage another flirt larping campaign, whatever. I don't care. Just don't send that file to Jane, okay? Flirt larp. Oh boy. So, looks like it's just the two of us. Looks that way. Fancy day. That. Hey, guess I can go back to talking in orange. Why, yes. You should slip into something more comfortable while I pour you some robo wine. We have much to discuss. Tense fingers together with sultry cunning. Actually, I think I like the red better. Okay, I can check the cellar. might have some choice years left of the pin pot noir. I don't doubt the choiceness of those pin pots, but I'm not really here to screw around. There's something important to talk about. Aw, dang, Jane's after me. Sorry, bro, it has to wait. Can't leave Janie hanging. Alright, but just so you know, I think Dirk is probably going to make some sort of formal romantic overture towards Jake today. What? Wait, really? I've been crunching numbers all day on this. The percentage of probability is simultaneously bananas and through the roof. A complete disgrace of tropical fruit erupting from the peak of an unassuming domicile. Oh my, how do you know? Because I've aggregated thousands of subtle clues indiscernible to primitive human neurology and rammed them through my determinative infatuation engine at the astonishing speed of information. And also because I'm pretty sure that's what I'd do if I were him, which is literally the case. And also because he kind of told me, I guess. There's that. Well, this should be interesting. Did you tell Jake, or not specifically? Man, does he even know how he feels? Lol, the poor guy is totally under siege from all sides. He knows well enough. I've badgered him with enough insincere solicitations to paint a pretty striking portrait of my cognitive progenitor's inclinations, even if he wasn't able to pick up on such hints from the man himself, which strikes me as statistically implausible. And that's not even me just spewing more ironic AI bullshit. I was never that clear on that. Are you like both crushing on him, or is it real for him and ironic for you, or it's complicated? No shit, says the robo-clone of the guy smitten with the guy everyone else is smitten with, including said robo-clone maybe. Hey, can we hold this thought? Have to answer Jane. Yeah, answer Jane. Oh no, the glasses. Hey, Rolal. Oops, sorry, was having important chats. Oh yeah, we've been here. We did this. We were here before. This is a place we visited. Yeah, all of these shit. Okay, great. Anyway, if you're still there, I wouldn't call my feelings ironic, though evidently I would enclose them in quotes. They're more like an echo of feelings once established in a biological context, though perhaps had not particularly well materialized at that point in my life, or his life, whatever. They still feel real sometimes, and it can be easy to get carried away with them. But most of the time they present themselves as dense bodies of abstraction to be evaluated like any kind of information. It's fair to say the feelings I have about my feelings are more genuine expressions of emotion than the ground level feelings themselves. Does that make any sense? Yeah, sorry, distracted. Important shit going on with Janesy. Yeah. That's fine. So to underwhelmingly answer your question, no, I don't think I'm really into Jake. Not so much as occasionally being subject to heavily arresting recalls of conflicted, incipient preteen episodes on the subject. I'm not sure I can be into someone in a way you understand. Not that it would even matter if I was. I'm glasses. Damn. What? Sorry, I'm listening to you really, but I fucked up. Gotta make sure Jane doesn't run that file I sent. The virus, you sent it already? Sneaky. Wow, I'm such an ass. What are you two talking about? The bot line is I'm a horrible friend. You could just tell her you sent an exploding file. No, then she'll think I'm shitty, and right now she thinks I'm super not shitty. Don't want to blow it. I think I'd rather pull a Dirk and propose my undying feelings for her. Wait, you have feelings for Jane? No, you dignut, was joke. Oh my fucking god, if Dirk tells Jake about his stuff, what about Jane? How's she gonna feel? Competing with a friend and all for a guy she can't even get the nerves to say anything to. Poor Jane. It seems to be highly probable you are ensnared in the throes of one of your human romantic quandaries. Oh, shut the fuck up. I need a drink. Are you even talking to her anymore? It seems like you must be neglecting her side of the conversation. I'm in the middle of a dramatic pause. Calm your fucking tits, Bob. Anyway, I won't distract you for much longer. I just felt the need to tip you off to this 800-ton gorilla dragging its knuckles across the horizon. Will this gorilla eat those bananas flying out of the roof, you said? No airborne fruit will be safe. I guess this is to be presented as something like a word of caution. If it's me going through with this, hypothetically, I'm not dropping some limp-wristed shucks buster on his ass and praying to the horse gods of irony for reciprocation. There will be no rocking back and forth on pigeon-toed feet, while my face flushes with the blood of 1,000 timid species. Oh my god. I will not hold one tentative hand behind my head like a flustered asshole from an Asian cartoon, nor will an oversized bead of sweat overlap ludicrously on my visage. If it's me, I'm going all out. Oceans will rise, cities will fall, volcanoes will erupt. What I'm saying is, it's going to be a scene, and bystanders need to brace themselves. Okay, about when is the big scene happening? Probably after the game begins. I'll expect he'll hold off on playing his hand until he and Jake are in the session. He's taken certain measures. For some reason, I think he's latched onto this notion that functioning as the client for a player is customarily a one-way pass to make out city with that player. Everything with him and me is a matter of assiduous tactical forethought. Making a play to get his Jones on for the J-Man is no different. Not sure what any of this quiet means, but it sounds spectacular. I can't wait, though I'm still kinda torn about how to feel about his chances versus Jane's chances. What do I say to Jane about this? It's hard being as toady sweet as a friend as me. It's hard and no one understands. Well, sorry to hear that. As ever, I remain an automatonous and dispassionate witness of the oddity that is human interaction, while maintaining no investment in either outcome. Yeah, BS. Anyway, looks like I have to go. I have to prove some shit to Jane. Prove what? Oh, just subjecting shit to the old madrigogs. It seems you just said madrigogs. What are madrigogs? What the fuck, 17er, bro? Janie, it seems to me that there's blah blah blah, math, chance, books, shit, get on with it. Ready a purifier. Push the buttons and some mess. Oh, you push some buttons and mess with some knobbly dealies and get totally set to subject shit to the madrigogs. Madriggers. Oh shit, oh shit. I see what happened now. It's all, oh no, my bad. There you go. More appropriate sound. Roxy, aim. Oh shit. Oh shit. Roxy, purify. Bodied. Plummet. And that's a dead cat. That's a real dead cat. Oh boy. It worked. The book is gone. Oh no. Oh shit. What is it? Shit. Yep. Okay, yeah. Continue tragically. Dumb bullshit. Alright. Great. Take book. Yep. He's dead. Totally sassacrushed. You just know that julep-guzzling bastard is scrambling up his echo-ladder as we speak, chuckling to himself while he fills his pockets with ill-gotten boon dollars. Go ahead, old man. Laugh it up. You guess you'll have to do something with the body now. Maybe a funeral. That sounds like the perfect way to say goodbye to an old friend. But the environment outside isn't particularly hospitable for a burial these days. It also sounds kind of depressing to host a funeral by yourself. It's probably best to just send him back to where he came from. Years ago, when you were exploring the lab, you found a machine somewhat similar to the ectobiology equipment. Without knowing what it did, you activated it, and out came this friendly cat in a handsome little suit. You still aren't sure where he came from, though given the timestamp and coordinates on the machine, you have a feeling he belonged to your mother. If that is true, you feel bad about stealing her cat, let alone killing him, but you could never bring yourself to send him back. Until now, of course. She would probably want to know what happened to her disappearing cat, even if it meant discovering him dead a little while later. The device uses huge amounts of power. Its entire power supply was almost fully depleted using it the first time. You've stockpiled as much uranium as you could for another test run. Looks like this will be it. Roxy, take cat. Oops, Silodex is full. Gotta swap it with something. Probably as good an excuse as any to break in a new fenestrated plane. Oh, retrieve mutant cat. You swap the bottle with one dead cat in it for another. You often use this little guy to break in the planes, like an intrepid test pilot. Not while it's in the bottle, though. That would be ridiculous, since the bottles are sort of just inventory abstractions. You have to break the bottle first, before you can get serious about breaking some glass. Break bottle. Oh, that's not good for anyone. There's be a lot of broken glass laying around. This is almost as bad as the asbestos burning. Clear some space. Oh wait, I didn't even... Oh, there was no text. That's why I didn't read it. Oh, alright. Need to get this bullshit out of the way. You can't work like this with everything jammed down there in the corner. It's bad enough you're hammered. Break some glass. Oof. And your test pilot flew back out, which means the link between planes is working and stable. You can't even remember which one you link this up to. You guess you'll find out the fast way. Jump in. You throw. Okay, sure. From the perspective of anyone observing the two windows from the outside, transport looks instantaneous, but for the traveler, there's always this gap of void in between them. In your experience, the more significant the journey between the planes is, the wider the gap. This one is small enough to be negligible, though probably because it leads to somewhere else in your house. You've set up a bunch of these as little shortcuts to places around your house, as well as some places nearby, like the lab. It's a convenient way to hop around, though isn't without some risk. You're still not sure what happens if one of the planes loses power while in transit, other than objects predictably getting sliced in half if they're straddling the plane when the plug is pulled. You haven't come up with a good way to observe the consequences from the inside yet, without using yourself as a guinea pig. And you're in as much a hurry to try that as you are to look up the correct spelling of guinea pig, because seriously, fuck those particular pigs. Oh, what the fuck? That goes to... That looks familiar. Isn't that like Jake's house or some shit? Nope, it's her observatory. When you are quite through with that tomfoolery, you find yourself in your household's observatory. You keep it very cool in here and use it to store pumpkins you've purified from around the world, especially from Jake. That guy is just stinking rich with pumpkins on his dumb tropical island. It would never occur to you otherwise to be so grabby with pumpkins, but they just happen to be the most easily purifiable vegetable on the planet, for reasons that make no sense. It's not like you can just stop swiping vegetables. You've got your own mysterious reasons. Hey, look, incoming message. Roxy, answer. And it will be... Oh, Uranian Umbra, there you are. Tricky one to track down, you are. Oh yeah, don't know why, I've been right here goofing around for hours. Oh no, doubt. Me thinks it has less to do with your actual whereabouts as it does with your virtues as the war hero. Oh, with your virtues as a hero of void. Oh. Okay, but you never... Oh. Sorry, yawning. But you never say what stuff like that means when you say it, though. Is this more casual spoiler shit? Casual, and yes, somewhat. However, with these spoilers, by their nature, the more time that passes for you, the less relevant it becomes to guard their secrecy. As you approach your entry, details I have obscured will become more plainly evident, so I see no harm in loosening my tongue on certain matters the closer you get to the appointed hour. So you're saying I have, like, these magical void powers? Yes. Sounds like kinda shitty and boring powers to me. What can they even do besides make me invisible to an alien sometimes? Alien. Ah. The void aspect is fascinating, though. Its heroes preside over the essence of lack or nothingness, the obfuscation of knowledge or its outright destruction. Snooze. Well, I think it's wonderful, and anyway, one can hardly draw many conclusions about a player by aspect alone. The aspect is channeled more specifically by the assets of one's class. So when you can't see me, when I'm doing my voidy thing or whatever, what do you see? What do you see? Is it just a black screen? Pretty much. Hmm. It's just that footage of my mom does that too, like blacks out and stuff. Mom was a notorious scourge to the paparazzi. To the paparazzi. Or, I mean, the woman who I'm supposed to be genetically descendant from. Know what I mean? I understand what you're getting at, yes. It is certainly possible we may have common ground with our ancestors when it comes to our aspects, and the way our abilities reveal themselves to us. I could not rule this out. But there is always more to examine. For instance, a hero of life and a hero of doom have aspects as different as can be, but if their classes are different enough as well, that is, one active and the other passive, remarkably, there is a chance they could end up with very similar abilities. Oh. Player abilities may also manifest in ways in defiance with their aspect if they are heavily resistant to their true calling, or if corrupted in some way by an outside influence, but it is rather clear to me that you are one who embraces her aspect quite heartedly, even if you are not aware of it. So, deep down, I am super psyched about nothingness. Yeah, sounds about right. Oh, damn, hey, I almost forgot. I had a really short but cool dream. I figured you might like this. Oh yes, everyone is having important dreams as we near our mutual entries. This is lovely. Please tell. I saw someone I think was supposed to be my daughter. Do you know if that's true? Can you describe her? Well, she looked kinda like me, but in this orange getup with a yellow sun on it. She sounds to me like the well-known figure of legend, or at least well known to those who make the study of such matters into their all-consuming pastime. I believe you saw the Seer of Light. So, okay, let's say she is deaf that. Then does that mean she's not my daughter, or spoilers? Exactly how much spoilage should we be talking? It would normally be my instinct to supply a vague response here, but I think that your heart has already told you the answer, and as such my secrecy would be purposeless. So yes, that was she. Ah, yes, I knew it. So then, Space Lady, can you tell me who this lucky fella is? Fella? What do you mean? Come on, you know, who do I get future busy with to make the Sierra Light babies? Oh, yes, pardon my sluggishness on the uptake. We are a very different species reproductively and familially. Or familially, remember? SMH, signs deeply, muttering aliens to self. That, I think, is something I cannot say, or that is, should not say. Oh, come on, you're already telling me stuff. Oh, please, don't press me for information. It makes me feel terribly guilty. You have no idea how much I would fancy revealing everything and exchange our stories endlessly. But I must show restraint. Please, what if I guess stuff? Is it Strider? Does he like to get ungay for a while or such? Oh. You probably don't even know what that means on account of being extraterrestrial. Can aliens be gay too? Is that a thing? Being space gay? Oh man, embarrassed alien is embarrassed. Sorry. I'm not embarrassed, I just don't know what you're talking about. Oh, but seriously, is it him? Maybe? Or is it like some ecto-bio shit instead and a dude ain't really involved? Maybe? Man, wouldn't that just figure? That would suck. Why'd you have to go and confirm my bleak dudeless feature? I confirmed no such thing, Roxy. You are being frightfully difficult. You just keep pushing and pushing, and I can maintain my composure for only so long. Okay, I'm sorry. If you really are curious about the events surrounding your daughter's origins... Oh. Keep yawning, Jesus. If you are really curious about the events surrounding your daughter's origins, you can always ask her in person when you meet her. So, you mean I'm going to meet her in the game? Oh, well, yes, but I'm not sure if I should have revealed that just now. You see, what happens when you push me? There's so much for me to keep track of, and it gets very difficult to remember what information to reveal at what time when you're flustered. Okay, so without pushing and flustering you, let me just see if I have all my facts right. I will meet my cool as hell daughter from the future in this game. Yes, basically. And I will also meet my mother in this game. Yes. And the game will let me resurrect her from the dead. And that's what I'm gonna do. The game provides a mechanism for the revival of the dead. Yes, it's called a kernel sprite, and you are free to gather remains of any dead party you choose to revive that individual in the form of a sprite. The sprite will then serve as a helpful spirit guide on your journey. Yeah, but you cleverly dodged the cue. That's how you say it works, but will I do that? Huh. I believe I was very forthright in my answer. If you play the game, you will meet your daughter. If you play the game, you will meet your mother too. Simple as can be. Narrows eyes with drunken suspicion. Yeah. Hmm? Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. So yeah, to continue my confirmation spree, you are maybe kinda hinting that there are ecto shenanigans that lead to the birth of my daughter. Just like I descended from my mom through some sort of similar bioprocess. Those are definitely some things which you believe could be true or not true. Lol, you are such a shitty liar. I'm not any kind of liar. Come on, what answer, yes or no? Or should I say yes, no, slash you? I choose you. I love yous. You're silly. I do love yous. Ah, ha 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 ha. Silly and cute and bad at lying. But I really don't lie. I'm not deceitful by nature, but in order to protect the integrity of certain outcomes, while still being helpful to you, I guess I'm learning the art of deception through honesty, which as it turns out which turns out as well intended as it may be. There we go. Still comes across to a savvy lass like yourself as just another kind of equivocation. So I guess I shouldn't be so startled that a rogue void could bewilder me so. Void players are said in texts to have a way with what the fuck? Flumoxing even those with plans beyond mortal understanding. And I am far from anyone like that. Just a girl who wants to help. Cool keyboard. Well, okay, since you're so nice, I'll promise not to use my wicked void powers, basic common sense plus skills of deduction, to bust you up so bad. I'd be ever so grateful. Then whatever. Then what? What? Oh, okay. Then without giving you the whole third degree, what is safe? Yeah, what is safe to tell me? Like, what does it mean to be a rogue of void? That's what I am, right? Yes, I can tell you plenty about that. A rogue is a passive class, you see. There are passive and active classes, some more strongly passive or active than others. The plus/minus distinction can mean many things, but could be roughly summed up in this ways. Active classes exploit their aspects to benefit themselves, while passive classes allow their aspects to benefit others. Okay. But of course, there's plenty more to it, and that rule is in no way absolute. Only a starting point for understanding the dichotomy. The dichotomy, there we go. You mean kinda like offensive versus defensive magic in an RPG? Sure. That's another way of looking at it. Classes always come in plus-minus pairs with significant disparities between them. While a rogue is passive, a thief would be its far more active counterpart. Though thief and rogue classes tend to be assigned to females. Not exclusively, but commonly. Other classes lean more towards male assignment, while others are exclusively male, and just as many are exclusively female, like my class. That's a bit of a tangent, though. To answer your question about being a rogue, I should tell you both classes in plus-minus pairs tend to have very similar descriptions. In this case, a rogue or a thief is one who steals, quite simply. But whether the class is plus or minus makes all the difference. It's a great indicator as to how a hero will make use of the aspect. So basically, a thief is like the asshole class, the player who says step off shit's mind suckers, whereas a rogue is basically Robin Hood. If that is a reference to, if that reference to your culture provides a suitable comparison, then absolutely. So I'm essentially the Robin Hood of Void. I'm still not sure what the fuck that actually means. Understandable. I guess Robin Hood's pee cool though. Thiefing up loot from peeps who got too much and then all sugar daddying it out to the needy like a boss. Just don't have a clue how that works with Void. Yes, it is one of the more conceptually nebulous pairings, I agree. And I can't say I know a smashing good deal about the nature of the Void player's path, since the aspect is, by definition, inscrutable to those it does not choose. But I can at least tell you this. If you are to ever enjoy full ascension as a rogue of Void, you will be able to do some completely astonishing things. Like what? Oh no, you will not pry this out of me. Not to preserve casuality, but to keep the surprise in store for you. It would not be honorable of me to spoil the discovery should you be fortunate enough to realize your potential. Well, about that, I feel sort of stupid about this, but I've been giving all my friends the whole dramatic spiel about not wanting to even play this game, and I might have fucked up stuff already. Is that so? It's so. And I guess I still haven't decided what to do. There are props and cons to both things. Would you mind listing them? Okay, either I don't play and I get this kind of passive-aggressive revenge at the witch for killing my mom, and therefore keep staying here and being lonely, or I do play and the spoips are as follows. Sweet powers for me, check. Tri-generational Lalonde family reunion, check. As fuck. Meet all my friends, hecka check, and some other stuff. All fine points. Is there nothing I can do to make the decision easier? Nah, but thanks, you already have. I will probably play. Wonder if I can tell Dystry without looking like a waffle-ass chump. What's a waffle-arsed chump? Is it Earth cuisine? No, lol, it's just being a shithead. This doesn't matter now, though. I can't play till I go deliver this dead cat back in time to my mom or something. That's another statement that doesn't make a good deal of sense to me, but if it's important to you, then Godspeed. I'm so pleased to hear you're leaning in favor of participating with the rest of us. I promise we'll all have a ball together. Now I have a busy schedule to keep up with, so I must go. But please, remember, you can always contact me if you have questions. Don't be a stranger. Love. Oh, I just realized it's the British accent. Okay, that makes sense. You are surely sure this window will take you to one of the windows you have set up in the lab. There is more than one way to find out if this is true, you guess, but there's only one way that involves doing what the inebriated do best, which is falling down. Roxy, descend. And away we go. And into a character screen. 3, 2, 1. Oh shit. She sees dream self. Alright, so we're back to the character screen. I've been streaming for like 2 hours almost, which is a lot longer than I expected, but we're here. So, fortunately, I'm probably gonna stop here and go upload. Ooh, I love the red. But yeah, probably gonna stop here and take a break for the day. Hopefully I can continue tomorrow. Depends on what happens in my home. But yeah, this is the end of this session. To those of you watching currently, thank you. To those of you watching on YouTube, hopefully the next part's up. But also, you know, remember, this video might be over, but you can still go out and do something productive. Anyway, I'm out. Have a good day, everybody. Enjoy life, enjoy media, enjoy the world, go buy somebody a Coke, I guess. I'm just kind of slowly but slightly killing time because there's about 10 seconds until this thing hits 2 hours. Also, there's an end card right about now, I think, or at least there should be, depending on how long my outro goes. But yeah, so that thing does stuff. Follow me on Twitch also. Twitch.tv/Tostky. It should be in the comments, or not the comments, the description, or you're on it right now if you're watching currently as I'm live. But yeah, I don't know what else to say. This intro's going out too long. The outro part doesn't make any sense anymore to people watching. So shit, I should just click stop, but I don't know. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna stop.